Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining. Today I'll be providing you with an overview of what it's like to be an independent travel agent. It's a great way to generate additional income and to book travel for yourself, your friends, and family. I'm going to give you just enough information to determine whether or not it's something that would work for you, and most importantly, what to expect if you decide that you do want to become an independent travel agent. Being a travel agent can be a full time or part time job. It all depends on the amount of time and energy you put into it. On average, travel agents can earn anywhere from 10 to 20% commission on each vacation they book. So if you book a $10,000 vacation, you can expect to earn anywhere from $1 to $2,000 in commission. How do you know if being a travel agent is for you? Do you enjoy planning trips? Are you organized? Do you pay attention to small details? Are you always willing to learn? If so, this could be for you. A host agency is an umbrella organization that an independent travel agent works under. They provide you with the software tools and anything else you need to be successful as a travel agent. This includes a quoting platform as well as your commission. The cost to become a travel agent is roughly around $300 per year, and in some instances, that can be paid in monthly installments. When choosing a host agency, as always, do your homework. If you know a travel agent, have a conversation with them. Ask them who their host agency is and about their experiences with that organization. If it's one that you think you'd like to work for, ask that travel agent if they'd be willing to mentor you. If you don't know any travel agents, then simply Google host travel agencies. Look at some of the pros and cons of each because you will see reviews from satisfied and dissatisfied independent travel agents. I'll be discussing two different experiences I had with host agencies. After that Bahamas trip that I spoke to you about, my friend and I decided that we wanted to be travel agents. We immediately reached out to the agent that planned that trip for us. She worked for a company called Inteletravel. The cost to become a travel agent was about $300. The process was so easy, I don't even remember how it started. All I know that as soon as it did, we started to receive emails, an abundance of them. We received PIN numbers, passwords, usernames, IATA numbers, CLIA numbers, a bunch of things we didn't know anything about. But I would later on go on to find out that IATA numbers and CLIA numbers are specific to the travel agent that's doing business. So think of it like starting a new job. You sit down to your laptop, you get yourself logged in. There's about 20 or 30 different systems that you have to access. You need usernames and passwords for each system. Once you get logged into each, you start to get a bunch of emails. So think of all of the hotels, the resorts, the airlines, the cruise lines, because yes, airlines do book travel packages for vacations. So we had emails from all of these places, hundreds, as soon as we started, and no idea where to begin. Both of us work full-time jobs, so we didn't have the time or the energy to commit to any of this during the week. So we decided to take the following weekend to get everything sorted out. We asked that travel agent who planned the trip if she could help, but she wasn't able to provide us with much insight either because she was relatively new herself. So we said, we're smart enough to figure this out. And we sat there and we went through all the emails, but it was just too time consuming. We didn't make it. We asked for a refund after about 1 week. We did not ask the right questions before signing up to become travel agents, and our agent did not tell us what to expect. But it didn't end there. About a year later, I noticed that one of my previous colleagues was a travel agent, and everything she posted looked super polished and professional. She had a website, and her posts were just very creatively done. In terms of technology and marketing, it was some of the best information that I had ever seen posted by any travel agent ever. I reached out to her and she told me that her host agency was Fora. She gave me the information to apply, and the cost was $300 per year, and that $300 could be paid in installments. Once I completed the application, I waited and I didn't hear anything. I was kind of expecting it to be like when you apply for a credit card and you get approved or denied immediately. It was not like that. I waited a few days and then I went online searching for information and found that there were lots of people who applied with Fora, and some waited as long as 6 months before they received an answer. In my case, I received an offer on June 4th, which was roughly a little bit more than a week after I applied. So I believe the application date was May 24th. Additionally, in an earlier video, I said that I paid $200, but I want to reiterate that the cost was $300 per year. Although I don't remember exactly what I typed when I filled out my application, I know that whatever it was extremely enthusiastic because it was immediately after I returned from that Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas cruise. So I was really excited about applying. So the best advice I can give to you is to try and convey your excitement for travel and what would make you a good travel agent. And if there is a travel agent that inspired you to apply, or there's something exceptional about them that you'd like to model, add that to your application as well. After my application was accepted, I immediately received a welcome letter from Fora and an invite to attend a virtual Zoom call. That Zoom call was live. There were a bunch of people on it, and we were all able to ask questions about what being with Fora, what it would entail, and they kind of set expectations with us about everything right there on that call. And the great part about it is that if you weren't able to attend that call, it was recorded, so you could go back and watch it at a time that was convenient for you. So from the very beginning, I felt like I was set up for success with Fora. After that call, I was able to log into their platform, and their website is a one-stop shop. It has everything. So all of those 5011 vendors that I received emails for or from were all in one spot on Fora's website, and I could pick and choose where I wanted to go. Additionally, there is space on their website that houses customer information or client information. So if you have a client that you do a quote for, you can house all of their contact information as well as their allergies. They provide you with a secure payment link to give to your clients, and then that information is stored and protected so you can't see it. They also have a quoting platform within their website, and I believe it's called Virtuoso, but you don't even have to go through those vendors. You can simply type in Sandals, Jamaica, and a date, click a button, and it gives you a rate and a bunch of different places that person can stay. So everything about that platform was super easy to use. There were also weekly seminars on quoting. So there would be one on Italy or a city in Italy, Dubai, cruises 101, resorts in Mexico, everything you can think of in terms of training. And of course, my favorite part about Fora is the marketing. They had templates for email signatures, business cards, itineraries, everything imaginable that you would receive from a travel agent in terms of marketing. And my absolute favorite part was the website. So you fill in this short questionnaire about yourself, the places you've been, the type of business that you want to book. You upload about 5 pictures of yourself. You click submit, and a few days later, they send you a link to an entire website all about you. And you can send that to clients as a way that they can reach you for quotes. Fora also has a forum page where travel agents can go to ask questions about travel from other Fora travel agents. So I booked a trip to Ghana and I had no idea where to begin. And I went to the forum and typed in Ghana, and all of these previous threads populated with all of this information about Ghana. I was able to find someone who had booked a trip to Ghana and reach out to her, and she provided me with all the information that I needed for my quote. So I felt very supported during my time with Fora. In addition to the forums and the trainings, there are a few short modules that you have to complete in the very beginning before you can start quoting. And once you do those, you are free to start. So the training is self-paced. You can do everything at the pace that you want. You can decide what it is you want to focus on and what time you want to work. My friend, the one who referred me, told me that she strictly quotes in the Virtuoso platform. She doesn't even go outside of it. But you can choose to go with those same vendors that I was telling you about that I received emails from, or you could just use their platform. So it was really, really flexible in terms of how you could control your book of business. Fora did a great job of helping me understand the fundamentals of being an independent travel agent. And from there, I was able to determine what I could have done differently with Inteletravel. And I know as you hear me speak about the two travel agencies, you may think that one is better than the other, but it all depends on your personal preferences. So I want to tell you about two more things. And the two things that are cons for Fora may actually be strengths for Inteletravel. The first thing is special rates. So travel agents, some host agencies provide travel agents with special rates that are just for travel agents. And this, of course, makes the cost of traveling cheaper. In addition to those rates, there's also something called familiarization trips or FAM trips that host agencies provide for travel agents to go and gain real life experience about travel. So they'll pay for travel agents to take these trips just for the purpose of educating their clients. And that is not something that Fora offers lower performing agents. So unless you're a Fora Pro or Fora X travel agent who is quoting $100,000 in commissionable business, you are not eligible for either of these. So for someone like myself who only does it part-time on a whim whenever I decide that I want to, I don't get to take advantage of either of these. And this is something that I really want because I do travel a lot. So I would like discounted rates. And more importantly, I would love some free trips. So soon I will be a free agent and I will be looking for another host agency. And Inteletravel is definitely back on that list because I do know for a fact that they provide FAM trips to their agents. If you are considering becoming an independent travel agent, the first piece of advice that I can give to you is to choose a niche. I know that niche is one of those words like demure that you hear all over social media, but a niche is very important when it comes to being a travel agent because it provides you with a specialized area to focus on. So think Africa, Europe, South America, cruises, Disney, U.S. travel. Any of those on their own can be your niche. And once you master that niche, then you can pick up another area. So start small. That is where I went wrong with Inteletravel. I immediately started off trying to do all the things without any understanding of exactly what it was I wanted to do. When considering your niche, of course, international travel is going to provide you with the largest commission. However, it is the hardest business to quote because there's so many nuances that come with international travel. The first being a passport. So if a passport is going to expire within 6 months of travel, that person likely may not be able to take that trip. So that is something to consider and something to ask about as soon as you begin the planning phase of any trip that is international. Also, travel visas are required for many countries, as well as different vaccinations or immunizations that we may not necessarily have to get in the United States. So there is so much to consider and educate yourself on before you jump right into international travel. My suggestion would be start off in the US, start off small, kind of work your way out. That is what I did wrong. And I hope that from what you've just seen, you're able to make an educated decision about whether or not this is something for you, and you can choose your own niche. And your niche doesn't have to be something that you're familiar with. You don't have to have traveled to Africa to be able to provide someone with a quote from there, but you do have to be willing to educate yourself. And if you're willing to do that, and you are organized, you will make a wonderful travel agent. I hope I was able to provide you with that high level overview that I said I would as far as being an independent travel agent, and most importantly, that I was able to answer some questions about where you can begin. If you can think of anything additional that you'd like to ask, of course, drop it in the comments section. I have another video coming up and a cruise on Celebrity Ascent that I am excited to give you feedback about. So you'll be hearing about that really soon. So if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, like this video for more information, and I'll be looking forward to giving you as much information about travel as I possibly can. Thanks for watching.